Yuki and John, Patreon of birth.
Did you get the name?
Okay, so hey everybody, how you doing? This is John Brennan. The last episode ended, our US flag episode ended with me being really just full of myself, just a piece of garbage human being that I am, making fun of people who don't know the US vice presidents, et cetera, et cetera. And then I totally
Can't
freaking
remember.
spaced. I totally spaced on who it was. And then when I looked it up, it was so obvious that I wanted to just punch my own self in the face. Yuki, do you know who it is? I know who it is now because I had to look it up. And I'm so stupid that I would be one of those scumbags on the street at Jimmy Fallon or fucking Jimmy Kimmel who wouldn't know.
I know who he is, but I can't remember. I know
All
his
right.
face.
He made him, I'll give you a hint. He made a little movie called An
Right.
Inconvenient Truth.
Inconvenience, the documentary, right?
Yeah, yeah. You don't know his name?
No,
All right, so I'm not so bad after all. You didn't know?
I know. And then I know he did the internet thing, right? Super
Well,
highway or something.
he claims he invented the internet or something, but actually, wasn't it
Yeah.
some woman back in the 50s? I don't know, but let's not get even deeper into trouble because I don't. I'm so ashamed of
Okay, I
myself.
can't remember you.
It's Al Gore.
That's right, I'll go. Damn it.
And Yuki, look, I wasn't going to admit this on screen, and this isn't an excuse, but it is an excuse. I smoked some weed, right? I have the weed right here, so that I think contributed to. But there's no excuse for me not knowing Al Gore. I mean, I'm sorry to everybody who I just made fun of for being stupid for not knowing things
Right.
about the U.S. flag. I am a dumb fucking piece of shit for not knowing Al Gore.
I know, I feel the same way.
Fuck. All right, well, let's try to redeem ourselves today with another category.
Episode
And
wine.
This was another one of your suggestions, and I love it because not only do I love wine, I also, when I lived in LA
Right.
and California, visited multiple wine countries. So I have a lot to talk about. Are you there, Yuki? Can you hear me? Oh, fuck. I think I lost him. I just see Yuki's face just staring at me. Oh, there you
What?
are. There you are. You're back. So you were breaking up. So what I was
Oh,
what I was saying is wine. I
mhm.
love wine, and I also visited wine country when I was in
Right.
California. So there's a lot
Napa
to talk.
Valley?
Napa Valley, I went to San Bernardino, Santa
Right.
Barbara. There's also a wine country out here in Long Island that I went to. So, all right, you start first. Why did you want to talk about wine?
Well, the thing is, I'm not really wine expert. I just know what I like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like Cabernet and then Chardonnay. And then I can't drink Merlot. I don't know what it is, but well, I don't know what it is, but when I drink Merlot, gives me headache. That's why I can't drink Merlot. So maybe something in it.
There might be something in it. You remember that movie Sideways with Paul Giamatti? There's a scene
Yes.
where they're like he like gets really pissed off. He's like, I'm not drinking any fucking Merlot. He gets all pissed about Merlot. So you're like Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, but so I can't drink Merlot. But and then used to be people say drink white wine for fish, red wine for meat. I think that theory is a bullshit, and then people don't do that anymore.
You
You
know,
drink any wine you want for any food.
I somewhat agree. Like, unless you have a true expert, right, who
Right.
knows the real reasons why you pair. I'm not just going to listen to some guy off the street who goes, "You can't have steak with a white wine." What if you like it? What if it just is fucking an enjoyable night? And
Yeah.
but if you go to a restaurant where you're having this experience, like for instance, I used to go to Spago in LA,
Uh-huh.
get the tasting menu. And the tasting menu is 13 or so courses of just all kinds of stuff. and there was a sommelier there who would pair wines with each course and then explain to you why they were pairing the Shiraz with the rabbit and all that,
Right.
shit like that. That I love because then you can trust that that person's opinion is right. But if your Uncle Jeffrey is just coming up and saying, "You're not supposed to drink your wine with the steak the way that you do it," yeah, fuck you, Jeffrey. Go away and let me drink my goddamn white wine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, and then plus, no matter what, who says, well, I can't drink a Merlot. So, right?
yeah, there's something in there, probably the tannins. It gets you all
Right.
flustered. It gives you a headache. So when I went to Napa Valley, and the thing
Mm-hmm.
that I learned is that you're supposed to swirl the glass to
Uh-huh.
aerate it and bring out the scents and the flavors because you bring oxygen into the wine and that brings out some of the flavor and stuff like that. That's why that when you open up a bottle of wine and you let it just sit, you don't pour it. That's bringing in the oxygen and letting it flow and bringing out the taste and all that stuff
Right.
so that when you pour it and you swirl it, you swear this guy swirled it really hard. You swirl, and then you smell it. You get
Right.
the oak and the wood, and then you
Yeah.
take a sip. And then what you're supposed to do when the wine is in your mouth, you go and you take air in to get more air into the wine.
Mm,
That way you can discern the different flavors in the wine. There's the oak and the berries and the grapes and the whatever the fuck else they put in the dirt. Yeah, so that's what I learned. But I still just drink. I just still chug it mostly.
oh. And then what was that? The couple of years ago, I went to Napa Valley and then visited the BV vineyard or something vineyard. BV.
BV. I didn't go to that
Yeah.
one. When I went to Stag's Leap, I went to ones that I really remember. I'm sorry, not Stag. Well, Stag's Leap was one. It was beautiful. It was this
Oh.
beautiful
Oh,
countryside, and we went into this place,
right.
and there was a pendulum swinging from the ceiling, and it was just making these patterns in the sand, and we were drinking in
Uh-huh.
there. It was fucking great. Then we went to Cake Bread. Cake Bread was another
Mm.
winery that was very fancy, and there this guy who was like kind of our leader in the tour group, he was telling us a story because he was teaching us about aerating the wine and letting it sit until it gets the right flavor. And he explained that one time he sat at a restaurant until after closing because the wine wasn't ready yet. And
Oh.
and then my friend turns to he's like, I would have kicked him out of the fucking restaurant. I'm not letting him sit there and let his wine fucking take 7 hours to open up.
Wait
So
a minute. Is that with your brother?
my brother did not go to Napa Valley. No, I went with so
Okay,
when
well,
I went
I
to
think you told me one time like you and your brother were kicked out from the restaurant.
no, that's a buffet.
Oh, that's a buffet? Okay.
So me and my brother got kicked out of an all you can eat. Um, it was a sushi place, but stupidly they all right. I mean, I can't call anybody stupid ever again because I didn't know who fucking Al Gore was. But they had a bad business plan, which was every once in a while they would put all you can eat everything on the menu, the whole menu for
Mhm.
$20. And now they didn't just have
Right.
sushi; they had chicken
Right.
teriyaki, dumplings,
Right.
all kinds of shit. I'm talking like a stacked menu. And for $20, all you can eat. Me and my brother went in
That's
there.
pretty good. Yeah.
Well, it's pretty good for us and pretty bad for them because people like me and my Gavone brother could sit there for 5 hours and eat like crazy. I mean, the first thing that I
Five
did,
hours?
wow, maybe 3.5. I might be exaggerating slightly, but we were there for a long time. And so the first thing I did when I walked in, we asked for the all you can eat everything on the menu. They said yes. We sat down and I said we sat at the sushi bar and I said to the sushi guy, I want to try every single piece of sushi that you have, every single kind of fish that you have available. And he said, okay, he had to say yes. So he just kept putting up different kinds of fish. And that took like an hour. Then I said, all right, I would like to try these 4 or 5 rolls. So then I had a roll
Right.
course. Meanwhile, my brother's eating like chicken teriyaki, gyoza, lo mein, fried rice. He's
Right.
just so finally, uh, I see a commotion at the front of the the buffet, and it's like our waitress, and then like some of the chefs and all the people are kind of yelling at each other. And our waitress comes over and she goes to me and my brother, "Final order." And we're like, "What? Final order? We're still hungry." And she goes, "No, people are waiting." And the restaurant was only half full. So she was lying. So, of course, my brother goes, "All right, I'll have 3 orders of chicken teriyaki, 2 orders of gyoza, meatball soup." And he just like listed this like, insane list of a final order. And she got so pissed. And she only brought him like one thing. And then we just decided to leave. So, yeah, we got kicked out.
That's bullshit. That's a rip-off because if you can, it's a buffet, right?
Well, it wasn't a buffet. It was a restaurant that only once in a while would do $20 all you can eat everything on the menu, but they wouldn't tell people. You would only be able to do it was like a password or something. And my friend was like, "Yo, I can't make it, but tonight they're doing the all you can eat at it was called I forgot the name of it. It wasn't Mr. Sushi, but it was something like that, like something sushi. And
It's an Asian buffet then,
but it
Japanese
wasn't a
buffet.
buffet. It was a restaurant. It was a sushi restaurant. So you sit down and you have the waitress.
Oh,
So it wasn't like we could go up to the trays,
oh,
So yeah, they just messed up and they messed with the wrong fat fucks.
yeah, they mess up with the, well, I mean, God, that's terrible. I mean, if you
I
can,
kind of regret it because we were kind of dicks, but for doing that.
but all you can eat means all you can eat, no?
I knew you would be on my side, Yuki. Thank you for
Or,
defending me.
they should say like a 2 hour limit.
That's
Or
true. That's true.
they
They
should
should
have
have.
done
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I think they're mistakes then, yeah.
Yeah, they really fucked up when they had me and my brother go in. So
Okay, I'm sorry.
no, that's great. I don't
Okay,
even know if I told.
I remember.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if I told that story on this podcast.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So the good, you got the buffet story out of it. All these. This is our 57th episode or something, and that's the first time I. So back to wines. Yeah. So I went to
Back
Napa
to one
Valley
year.
for a wedding, my friend Roger's
Oh,
wedding. He was getting married to at the time his fiance Amber, and she has family out there, and we all went. Me and my friends rented a house, and we just
oh,
yeah. Oh my God, it was so cool. So we stayed there for a little extra time, about a week to
right.
do the wine tasting and to have the dinners and the rehearsal
You
dinner, and
did
then
that 1 week?
yeah, we did everything in a week,
Oh my God,
and
you
then a wedding.
crazy.
Hey, what are you gonna do? We're young. We were young, dumb, and full of cum, so
Right.
we had to go nuts in fucking Napa Valley. So yeah, there was one day where we went to like 5 wineries and yeah, Stag's Leap cake bread. I forgot the other one, but then the final one that we went to, this was insane. It was called
Uh-huh.
Del Dado. And we opted for the one. There's different kinds of tours you could take. You could take the fancy tour. We took like the how can I describe it? Almost like the college frat and sorority tour where they take you into the caves of Del Dado where the wines aren't done yet, but you can taste wines in progress. But the reason we took this tour was because you get a lot more alcohol for the amount of money that you think. So the guy that we had was this really funny, awesome tour guide who brought us through these caves and got us so drunk. I'm talking fucking hammered, like ripped. And it was just so much fun. We were singing Beatles down there. We were singing Hey Jude in these caves, like no, Hey Jude, and just drinking this like shitty wine. It was amazing. It was amazing. And then
Wow.
the tour guide said he was like having some wine with us, and he goes, I always remember this. He goes, "You want to know what my last words are gonna be?" And we're like, "What?" And he goes, "Ah!" So his last words are just going to be him laughing himself to death. I always remembered that for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, it was a good time.
Uh,
Did you? So
by
in
the way,
Napa Valley, what did you do?
well, we did the same thing. Visited the winery, and then, but the experience is,
Oh,
this place. Oh yeah, it's very bad. He goes, "You wanna be a member of this vineyard?" And then I said, "Do I have to pay?" And then he goes, "No, no, no, no. You just to be a member, so we can send the information." And
oh
then
no.
what the then I was filling the form, and then of course there is a section credit card, and then I
Oh,
say, "Well, do I have to put the credit card?" "Oh no, no, it's just the information. We're not charging anything, So, well, I guess unless I said okay, they can charge me, but that was wrong. So 3 months later, there's a 300 charge from this winery,
what for
and
what?
then new wine. So I called them like, "Oh, why are you charging 300? Well, you signed the membership, and then we ship 300 new wine every month." Like, I said, when I was signing it, you said you're not charging anything unless I buy the wine. You just did it without my authorization. So that was a big fight.
They fucking robbed you. That's a robbery, Yuki.
Yeah, I said, "That's a thief, you lie." And then, I called my bank, canceled the card. I mean, they couldn't charge me, but what a hassle to do that. Like,
Holy shit.
wasting much. Yeah.
Wow. But
So,
so
yeah,
you didn't get to drink that wine at your home? It just never came. You just canceled it.
yeah, you got 300, and then every
And
month,
it was supposed to be 300 a month? Damn. No, no. I,
every month.
no, that's no good. I was a member when I lived in LA for about a year. I was a member of a
Uh-huh.
wine of a month club, but it was only $60 a month. They would choose because it was different tiers of whatever. So I
Right.
chose the tier where it was like you get two $30 bottles of wine, their choice, and then every once in a while they would send you like an extra cheaper bottle. It was a great fucking time. I every month I had like a new two bottles that they curated for me. It was great.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, but they 300 like expensive.
No,
Yeah.
no,
So,
300's insane. I mean, unless you're,
yeah.
I don't know, who would do that? Who would drink $300 wines?
Yeah,
For
300
three
wine
hundred
every month.
dollars, I could get fucking like 30 barefoot. You know, barefoot wine.
Yeah, barefoot wine. Yeah,
Wait, 30. So seven times 30 divided by seven. What's that?
450. Yeah.
30 divided by no, wait, 300 divided by seven. 42.8.
Yeah.
So you for $7, you could get 42 bottles of wine of barefoot. Fuck that. I'll drink the
Oh,
barefoot, man. I'll get drunk every
yeah.
day plus 12.
Barefoot is good. I like their Cabernet. Yeah.
It's fine. I also like yellow the what's the other one? The yellow tail or whatever it's called.
Oh, Yellowtail.
Or something like that. It's the big one.
Something. But
You know what?
the cheap wine, the Trader Joe, it's pretty good though.
$2 Chuck.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not as bad as
It's
they
not
say.
bad. Trader Joe isn't really bad. Yeah.
I've had
Nope.
worse wines than the $2 Chuck
Uh-huh.
wine. Worse, totally worse. Two
Uh-huh.
buck Chuck's fine.
Yeah. I mean, see, that's the go back to story. I'm not the wine expert, but I like what I like, and then as long as taste good, $2 is fine. $3 is fine.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be $40 or
hell no.
$100 or 300. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
One time, somebody gave me like a famous wine, Opus One.
I don't know that one, but it sounds good. Opus One. Okay.
It's very expensive, and then I had it once. It wasn't that good. Trader Joe wine was good. So I think that the thing is, you don't have to be like hey, I'm a wine expert drinking opus one. No, as long as you know what you like and then enjoy your wine. See, I mean, Trader Joe wine is good enough, so that's always,
It's always
yeah.
like that. For instance, say not just with wine, but say scotch, right? There's some
Uh-huh.
crazy expensive scotches out there. And my uncle, when one Christmas, had all the colors of the Johnny Walker. He had the blue,
Oh my
which is
God.
the
Is
blue,
that
which
the
is
blue Johnny Walker? I
he,
thought only black and red.
no, there's black, red, green, gold, um, blue, and maybe a couple of others. But he had or
Holy
claimed to
shit,
have
I
the
didn't know.
whole different ones. And so he's like, I said, can I? And he put them out for people to drink. And I said, can I try one of each? Like, I just want to taste each one and see which one I
Yeah,
like the best. And he said, yeah, try it. So I went down, I started from the bottom, which is red,
yeah,
then to black, then to green, and to
right,
gold, or whatever the thing, and got and ended on
right.
blue. And to be honest, I liked the green one the best. Whatever the green one was, I don't recall, but it was better than the blue. The blue, it was good, but if you're going to get, say, the green one for $50 and the blue one for
Mhm.
$250, go green every
Holy
time.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was something about it that I thought was better, unless he personally changed it and filled it with like fucking Maker's Mark or some shit, or with Jim Beam. And I was like,
Uh,
oh no, but yeah, I don't know the middle, and Scotch in and of itself, just like a regular old like Dewar's, it's fucking fine by me. I don't need anything more fancy than Dewar's.
yeah. So, God, I didn't know that. I'd like to try someday.
Yeah, well, one day when I have when this buffet is making money over hand over fist, we'll get the blue, and then me and you will get fucking so drunk that we'll black out and we'll go to a buffet and get kicked out.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I can eat until they kick me out, though.
Oh, don't worry,
Uh,
I'll make that happen for the both of us.
and then, have you tried ice wine? It's a Canadian wine.
No, what's the deal with ice wine? It's just
Ice wine
ice.
is it's a takes more grape to make it. They said
Ah,
one drip from one grape. So the bean is the bottle is like a really, really thin and tall. And then this ice wine, you're supposed to chill. Like many red wine, well, maybe white wine you chill, but red
yeah.
wine is room temperature, right? But this ice wine in Canada always chill, and then oh my god, it's so good. Maybe when we go Canada, they may have
Yeah,
it.
let's go get some Canadian ice wine and get hammered.
Yeah, it's
I like
really good. I found out about the ice wine. I was in Toronto, and then I went to Toronto out suburb, winery. So just visited different, and then they had this ice wine, and it was amazingly good. Uh,
that sounds
I
great.
was at the lake. Yeah, the Toronto Niagara Falls, and then there's a lake. What was that the lake? Not the Michigan though, right? That
Superior, Lake Superior.
Lake Superior, yeah. And then there's a small town by the lake, and then it's really good.
Oh,
Canada.
that sounds great. Oh, I can't wait. Let's do it today. I kind of now all this talk about wine. As soon as we hang up here, I'm gonna go to the liquor store and get fucking go find myself a couple of bottles and get blackout drunk tonight. Liz is gonna come home from the movie. She's going to see a movie. She's gonna come home. I'm gonna be fucking on the living room floor with 2 bottles of wine and my pants down and pissed myself. That's how drunk. That's how drunk this is making me want to get.
What movie you watching tonight today?
Oh, Liz went to see Poor Things tonight.
Oh, that's supposed to be good, right?
Yeah, I mean, it got nominated for 11 Oscars, so it's probably pretty
Yeah.
good, right? And that's
Uh,
interesting. Pour, get it? Like it could be pouring wine. Yeah,
pouring wine.
I'm gonna be pouring some things while she's out of the apartment. I'm gonna be wasted when she gets home. It's gonna be great.
Maybe you don't go see the movie then.
Oh no, she's going with a friend. I'm staying home. I
Oh,
stayed home to do
are
this
you
with
staying
you.
home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh, then
I
you
got
can-
I got the apartment to myself. I'm gonna run around like
Ah,
with the underwear on my head and drink some wine.
yeah.
So wait,
That's
with other wines that I want to recommend too to people that might, because I'm okay. Again, we're not connoisseurs or whatever. I'm certainly not a connoisseur, but I do enjoy good wine and I like the taste. And the ones that I found that were less than $20 that are great bottles of wine. One is a Ruffino Chianti. Ruffino is an Italian company, and in pretty much all the liquor stores that I've been to in America, you could find the Ruffino Chianti. It used to be 2008 and 2007 were the good years. I don't know if those are still the ones, but I would recommend if you see a Ruffino Chianti from like 2017,
okay.
18, 19, 20, try it out because it's really fucking good. It goes well with a nice Italian meal. The other one that my mother introduced me to is a Total Wine exclusive, and it's a red. And I don't remember what kind of red it was right off the bat right now, but it's a red Radius. Radius is the name of the company, and they're apparently less than $20 for a bottle of wine, and they're really delicious. To me, on Thanksgiving, I was drinking that. When you were at our Thanksgiving, that's what I was drinking that day, the red Radius.
Holy shit! I should have it. I didn't. I don't drink much. Remember, I was drinking a little sake.
Well, you were drinking sake, but you also tasted, remember, you tasted the sparkling wine, the what's it called? Spumante, Asti Spumante. You
Oh,
tried some of that. It was like the dessert wine,
right.
the sweet
But
ones.
did I have it? The red?
No, not the red. You had a little bit of the Asti Spumante. You had like a little cup of it. It was like a sweet dessert wine, almost like cider or apple
Oh,
juice.
so I didn't have a red
No,
wine you
the
told
red
me.
one you didn't have. You didn't want it,
Oh,
but you did drink
I didn't
sake.
want it.
No, you didn't want it. What are you
I
kidding
should
me?
have it. You should have told me that I could try.
What am I gonna
I
say?
mean,
Say, hey, Yuki, you want some wine? You say, no, I don't drink. I'll say, okay, what am I gonna force you to fucking drink? But you did accept the spumante.
but you could say, hey, this is a good wine. Just taste it. So I could okay,
Well,
maybe I try.
I also wanted to have enough for the whole day because I drink at least a bottle and a half myself. I mean, Thanksgiving.
No, I don't drink, but I don't mind tasting it because I like to know.
All right, next time I'll go to Total Wine. I'll get a little bit of the old Radius Red, whatever the fucking whatever the kind is. It might be a Syrah, and yeah, and the Pinot Noir. You like Pinot Noir?
Yeah, no, I don't. I
Oh,
don't
you
like.
don't like it?
Yeah, I drink only two Chardonnay, Cabernet. That's it.
Chardonnay and Cabernet. That's it.
No, Chardonnay and Cabernet.
Sade, like the singer, the one who sings
No,
Smooth
Chardonnay,
Operator.
white one. Chardonnay.
Sade, the Boom
Yeah.
Operator. You know that song, but Sade.
No,
You don't know
not the
Sade?
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. I thought you said Sade. I thought you wanted me to sing to you. Sade. Shaka Khan.
No.
No.
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Yeah. Okay. So Chardonnay
and then Chardonnay. Those two. Then everything else and mellow, headache, pina, whatever that is. No.
Yeah, headache.
It's all headache.
So Pinot Noir, the reason it's darker is because they leave the skins on. At least that's what I heard. I might be wrong.
Grape.
Yeah.
Great.
Wait. Don't hold the phone in the middle again. Hold it away from the microphone, because I'm hearing a lot of like. That's what it sounds like on your.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like this. Wait. Okay, hold it. I hear a lot of. What's going on there? Okay.
How about now?
Now I don't hear it. No, I
Yeah.
heard it again. No, it's all
Okay.
right. All right. No, no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Don't worry. I don't care. I mean, the people who are going to listen to this are going to be sitting there going, I'm trying to listen to Yuki just tell me his favorite wines of Sade and the Smooth Operator, but I can't hear a word he's saying. You're using your
So,
phone.
huh?
You're using your phone for this.
Yes.
All
Should
right.
I? Well, I'm sorry that my laptop I forgot to charge. So
No, it's fine. I look. I don't give a fuck. Again, who if people are listening to this, they already know that we're fucking stupid. I didn't know who Al Gore was, so they'll forgive us for your this.
well, now we know, right?
Yeah, now we know. All right. So what else about wine, Yuki? Tell me some more.
So anyway, we should try ice wine in Canada.
Ice wine in Canada. I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah,
Ice Ice Baby, Ice Ice Brennan, Ice Ice Yuki.
yeah,
We're gonna get and you know what? We're gonna just drink from the moment that
yes.
we get to Canada until the
Oh
moment that
yeah,
we
like
leave.
well, it's a Leah said, like I said earlier, she
Yeah.
gonna treat us like a king.
Amazing. What's the drunkest that you've ever gotten, Yuki? Did you ever black out on alcohol?
Yeah, but the amazing thing is, it's like instinct, right? I was about 20. I didn't know how much I can drink, right? Of course. And then I was drinking, and pass out, and then puke everywhere. Then, when I woke up, I was home. And to this day, I still don't know how I got home, but
Oh,
I went home. But
I've had many of those nights. Yes.
oh, no, I had only one time. And then since that day, I never had drink any more than that amount. So that day, I really found out how much I could drink.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking beer, wine, whiskey, sake. I mixed up everything. Are you stupid? You don't know. You
That's
shouldn't do that.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, well, I'm not going to say I haven't done that, but
Right.
when you're not like, I started to do that later on when I, say like a holiday party or something, and I start out with a little wine, then I go to a beer, then I maybe at the end of the night take a shot of with,
Right.
so you're mixing and it's not good, but you started it and then you blacked out and you woke up at your apartment. So was the apartment like weird and shit? Like, did you have like clothes everywhere? Was it like disarray?
Well, my clothes was on the floor. So
Okay.
I did everything. I didn't put it away, I mean, you just took off the clothes and then slept.
This one time
And then,
in LA, I got so drunk and blacked out, and I woke up in my room and I was completely naked, like no clothes, no nothing. And
oh my God.
I looked at the floor next to my bed, and on the floor was all different kinds of cold cuts, cheese, and bread, and like a plate. But it looked like I had missed the plate, and I would try to make a sandwich next to my bed, and there was just like half a loaf of bread here, another half a loaf of bread there, crumbs everywhere, turkey
Oh
in the
my
fucking
God.
carpet, just cheese in the carpet, and it just was all. It looked like a wild animal had gotten to the cold cuts of the bread and the cheese and just ripped it apart and then threw it on the floor of my room.
But
That's how
you don't
drunk.
remember.
I don't remember us goddamn thing. I don't because what happened was that night. This was actually kind of fucked up. This guy, I had never met him before.
Uh-huh.
He's my friend's friend. And he's like, "Hey, you guys want to do shots?" And I had already been drinking that night for a long time, and I was about to leave. And the guy's
Uh-huh.
like, "Hey, well, do a shot." And now I'm not blaming him fully, but this was a bad trick. He's like, "You want to do a shot?" And I said, "Yes, I'll take a shot of." I forgot what I was drinking at the time. So whatever I had been drinking that night, I wanted another shot of. So he gets a shot. I take it and I swallow it, but it tastes so horrific to me. And I've like, what the fuck was that? And he starts laughing. He's like, I just tricked you guys and I gave you 151, which is 151 proof whiskey. Now, it wasn't even a shot. It was like double shot. It was like a fucking, but I'm such a stupid fuck, as we proved with Al Gore, that I shot this unknown liquid down my throat. And as soon as I took it and I asked what it was, and he started laughing and said it's 151, my whole world, like the old television set, shut down. You know how old television sets used to go, and then like the light would get smaller and smaller? That's how my fucking brain went at that moment. And then I woke up with all the cold cuts on the floor. So, and I had like a cut on my head, so I must have hit my head or something. I had like a little tissue on my. It was bad. Yeah.
How about like a walking up your own puke?
No. So I've always, luckily, and I'm saying luckily because I don't want to jinx my future, but I have always, if I had to throw up, have been able to make it to a bathroom in time and puke in a toilet properly, like a gentleman. One time I couldn't make it to the toilet, so I had to puke in the sink. And that's not good because the sink doesn't accept. Yeah, it gets stuck, and so I had to, after I was so hungover, and this happened in the morning, and I was like, I can't leave it that way for whoever's going to find this. So I had to then figure out how to clean it. So while I'm hungover, spinning, the world is spinning, I had to make sure that I clean the puke out of the sink like a proper gentleman. But yeah, I was always been lucky. I get to the toilet.
Yeah, so when you puke into the sink, it clogs. It's really bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Drinking's not good unless you do it in a nice and proper, distinguished way. That's why tasting wine and swirling it and smelling it. There's a ritual to that. There's something.
Oh. How about when you wake up, some naked girl is sleeping next to you? That happened?
Hey, Yuki, I've lived a long. I'm in my 40s now, so I've had a lot of experiences, and let's just say that didn't not happen. I never woke up where I didn't know that there was going to be somebody in my bed, but I have woken up surprised at how far it went in such a short time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you meet somebody at a bar, it's not always guaranteed that you're going to go home with that person that night. But when it happens, the next morning you wake up and you are surprised as anybody else. Like, I can't believe this woman actually came home with me last night and had the, what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but those are stories for another night because we're about to run out of time on this Zoom call.
Okay.
So, that was wine, Yuki. Any final thoughts on wine?
Let's try ice wine in Canada. That's my last.
Let's do that. Ice wine in Canada, and then we'll do an episode on one night stands because I could tell you a couple of good stories that I'm not ashamed to say because they're pretty funny.
People still do one night stand these days. Not since 1980s and the AIDS incident, right?
Yuki, people fuck all over the earth. People love fucking. So there's one night stands happening right now, like down the block from both of us. They're probably happening in the same building. All right, we'll see you next time on the buffet.
Okay, the next one.
Yuki and John.